All right. Neil's going to yell at me, but it is 6 o'clock, so we'll start our meeting. Welcome to the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, we'll open with our activity reports, although I will say before we begin, I've been told we should get out of here by 7. So with that in mind, y'all, let's keep it short. I don't have anything to report in terms of activity. We are getting ready for a trip next week to Green Bay. The Probst company that's doing AMPI's pre-treatment facility has invited us to go tour their buildings out in Green Bay. So Tarek and I are going along with Neil as the representative from the Public Works Committee. So that will be next Monday and Tuesday. We will not be here for the joint planning meeting. In the past, when we've had joint meetings, I have presided over those rather than the chair of that committee. I guess, Paul, you're the planning member. Do you have a preference over whether or not you would provide, or is Jacob still chair of that?
He is chair of it, but since it's going to be joint, I don't know who would be in charge of it.
Or a council member?
I would think the council member would be.
Okay.
So with you gone and Neil gone, it's going to be between myself, Megan, and Donna.
Can I trust the three of you to rock, paper, scissors it out and come to an agreement, or?
I'm sure we could.
Okay.
I can do it if you want me to.
My thought is that as you're the member from the
Yeah.
council who sits on there, it probably makes most sense for you to take it.
Yep.
We can certainly talk in advance about what's entailed, but
Just out of curiosity, who would call the meeting in order? Would it be Jacob or myself?
and that's where it gets weird. In the past, it's always been me,
Yeah.
because it is a joint meeting.
Yep.
But it does fall on their time, so it's weird, but I've done it in the past.
Okay.
All right, do you have anything to report?
I went to the airport board meeting, didn't realize I kind of realized I wasn't on the council, but I pinched it for you, Sean. So we had quorum. And that's all I have to report.
Okay. Neil, do you have anything?
All I had was an hour before this one, Public Works. And we talked a little bit about our trip that we're going on and a little bit about the plant and their timetable to get things done. Talked about the irrigation ponds, and Dan thinks they're gonna be fine for going down before winter. Talked about the snow plowing and the new Public Works building, and recommendation to approve a bigger door so they can get the trucks in and out. And that's it.
Okay. Donna?
Pretty quiet couple of weeks, no activity to report?
Okay, just doing your part to support the local economy.
Yes.
All right, on to our staff reports then. Dan?
Soccer has started at AMP Field. We got crowds coming and going there, so it's kind of interesting. Thursday, we're going to talk at Park Board about tree trimming, so we can get that going for this year. Guys have started doing the one call, so we can replace some street signs and stop signs and get those all looking good. We have a full flow going into the aerated pond out at for AMPI. The deal's kind of up and down, but we're holding our own, so things are looking better. And starting to move towards fall and getting things ready for the next stage.
All right, any questions for Dan? Okay, Tarek?
It was a light couple of weeks, so yes, I just attended the airport board. Those are the main meetings that I had, so yeah, that's it.
Tarek and Dan, before I forget, how are discussions coming along? You don't need to get into specifics, but with AMPI on their significant use amendment.
We haven't really got anywhere on that until we maybe can meet face to face with them when we go on our trip with them. I think that'll be more appropriate to kind of talk that over and try to come to an agreement.
All right, I just know it's gonna take a while to go through attorneys, so we should. Okay. All right, any questions for Tarek? Hearing none. Moving on then, is there anybody here for the open forum? Okay. Move then to the adoption of the consent agenda, includes the minutes on page 1, vouchers on page 2, totaling $850,688.14. The reinstatement of firefighter Gutwald and the gambling permit. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda, or does anybody want something pulled?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion by Hersberg to approve. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Potter. All those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None? Motion carries. All right.
Don't need anything from me then?
Don't need anything from you.
Thank you all for
Thank you.
reinstating.
And as I understand, just I'll make the record of it, well, he's good to go?
Yep,
Okay.
yep,
Glad to have him back.
me too.
Mike, before you leave, we getting any bids on the old fire truck, or?
No, we're gonna put it on mid bidding on the city website and,
Get it moved before
Yep.
winter.
yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mike.
Have a good night.
Yep. All right, going on then to the Ampey Park Shelter, we have a final payment estimate from Voss Plumbing and Heating. Dan or Chuck, anything we need to talk about here?
No, basically, the project's been completed. We've been just, the last couple months, just collecting all the, necessary paperwork to finalize the project. So basically, we're just making the final payment and releasing the retainage that was held. So the total amount of the pay request is $54,814.29.
I'd be looking for a motion to approve the final payment estimate in $54,814.29.
Motion to approve the final payment estimate in the amount of $54,814.29 payable to Voss Plumbing and Heating.
So motion by Potters on the action sheet, seconded by Hersberg. Any further discussion on that? Hearing none, all those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None? Motion carries. All right, the liquor store payment estimate.
Yeah, work in the liquor store continues to progress. All the framing inside's done, and actually a lot of the insulating and drywall's been hung, so they're taping it currently, so the building's moving right along. A lot of the electrical rough-ins and HVAC rough-ins have been completed, so they are progressing quite nicely over there. In your packet is a copy of pay request 3 for the project in the amount of $260,870.
All right, looking for a motion to approve payment estimate number 3 in the amount stated.
I'll make the motion to approve payment estimate number 3 to Project 1 Construction.
Motion by Hersberg, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Thielen, any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
No, any opposed? None, motion carries. Okay, payment estimate number 1 for the trail extension.
Yeah, the work on the trail actually is progressing quite well too. It was actually paved last week, and so the majority of the trail is done. There's some seeding and some concrete work that remains and tying it into the railroad, but hopefully within the next few weeks, that project will be wrapped up as well. So in your packet is a copy of pay request number 1 in the amount of $245,440.10. And the procedure with this one is once we approve it, we'll submit reimbursement to the state because this is being covered by a grant.
Chuck, on that trail, the first part of it, it seems the slope is really steep between the road and the trail. Are they gonna put riprap in there, or?
They gotta finish grading it yet. It's not finished graded, but then it'll be all,
'Cause otherwise, that's gonna wash something terrible.
yeah, it's all planned to be seeded. So,
So with that, we're looking for a motion to approve payment estimate number 1, the amount stated to Land Pride Construction.
I'll make the motion to approve payment estimate number 1 to Land Pride Construction.
So motion by Hersberg, is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Potter. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? None. Motion carries. Okay, Tarek, on the MIF grant.
Yeah, as you know, we approved the MIFT grant, which is the loan to Lewis Industries in the amount of $325,000. We will be administering this per our agreement with Deed, and they are asking that we sign the grant application on their behalf.
There's no reason not to. I'd entertain a motion on the signing of the grant.
Yeah, I make the motion to approve the state of Minnesota's grant contract agreement between the state of Minnesota acting through the Department of Employment and Economic Development in the city of Painesville.
Motion by Thielen as stated on the action sheet. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Potter. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None. Motion carries. All right. Every year, we set a public hearing to certify the past due garbage, water, sewer, and snow removal and mowing bills. Proposed date on here is Monday, October 27th at 6:30 PM for that public hearing. Anybody want to set a motion or make a motion to set that hearing?
I'll make the motion to set a public hearing for 6:30 PM, Monday, October 27, 2025, for the purpose of certifying past due garbage, water and sewer, snow and mowing bills to the county.
Motion by Hersberg is stated on the action sheet. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Thielen. Any further discussion? I will just say, I think the last 2 years have been some of our lowest numbers yet, so let's just hope that things continue on that. All in favor then indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None. Motion carries. All right, 36. Dan, we want to surplus some things here.
Yeah, in our new public works building, there's some items that we don't feel we can make use of, and we'd like to surplus them. They're all itemized in there if you have any questions on any of the items.
All right, so then we'd be looking for, the recommendation is for a motion to declare the property surplus and put it up for bid.
Can pictures and ad be put on Facebook?
I think so, yeah.
Because that gets a lot more traffic than.
I think Kristen's practice has been to post it on the website and put up a Facebook link for it, so.
And then I'll make the motion to deem the miscellaneous equipment as surplus, authorize advertisement for sealed bids, and list the items for sale on the city website and Facebook.
The motion by Hersberg is stated on the action sheet with the inclusion that we should also put it on Facebook. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Potter. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None. Motion carries. All right, on the airport grant agreement, Dan or Chuck?
Yeah, this is just your annual maintenance and operation agreement for the airport. To reimburse the city for expenses. I believe it was $21,041.24 per year. So just the routine, normal contract.
Right, so there's a recommendation that we approve the renewal of the maintenance and operation agreement between the city and the state. Is there a motion to that effect?
I'll make a motion to approve the maintenance and operation M&O grant agreement between the city of Painesville and MnDOT and resolution 2025-28, approving airport maintenance and operation grant agreement with the Minnesota Department of Transportation.
It's a motion by Thielen. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Potter. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None. Motion carries. All right, then we have the 2026 proposed budget and preliminary property tax levy. The recommendation coming out of the coming out of the Budget and Finance Committee is to set the levy this year at $1,577,729. Just a reminder to the council and everybody watching, this is a preliminary levy. What it means is that we set it at this level and we continue our discussions between now and December. Like, we're not set for a truth in taxation, and then you're
No,
pulling it up.
I'm just doing an FYI here.
Okay. So last year's tax levy was set at $1,395,893. So this is an increase from that. But this is the highest we could set the levy then come December. This is not the final number. This is just here's where we are now while we continue to do some work. I'm oversimplifying things a great extent there, but we can go lower on the levy, but we cannot go higher from this number.
That's correct.
Tarek, is there anything else you want to tell us about that?
Well, if you notice the difference in the levy between this year and last year, it really is the general fund and is primarily due to increases in salary and benefits. That's the primary driver. There are a few other items as well that went up, but for the most part, that was it.
Yeah, we added a policeman. It's gotta be a chunk.
That was already in there though from 2025 as a half year, not a full year.
Yeah, but
Yep.
now it's.
Now it's a full, yep,
Now it's a
that's
full,
correct.
Right?
We also have adding in snow plowing and things like that that we're going to be doing on our own.
Yep, and we tried to be pretty diligent on the budget there.
Yeah.
Well, I've got a question. If you refresh my memory, isn't one of these bonds going to be paid off sometime in the near future?
27.
27?
27 is a big one, yeah.
Okay, so that's just a couple years out. Okay, and which bond is that?
I don't know the,
Should be the 2016, I would imagine.
yeah, I don't know the
Okay,
amount of that bond though.
okay, just curiosity.
Okay.
And you know, I talked to Belinda about whether or not it would make sense if that's coming due for us to just pay that off early from some of the money we have in reserves. And I know the comment she gave me, and I think Tarek, we talked about it as well, is the interest rate on that is so low that it doesn't make sense for us to pull from something that's generating income to us in order to pay that off early.
Yep.
So with that, the recommendation is to set the preliminary levy at 1.5 million and change, 1,577,729. Again, that would be the highest we could go, not the final number. Is there a motion to that, or does somebody want to propose something different?
I'll make a motion to approve Resolution 2025-29, adopting proposed 2026 tax levy collectible in 2026.
I have a motion by Thielen as stated on the action sheet. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Hersberg. Any further discussion? I will just make the same comment that I think I made a couple of years ago and maybe every year since. I welcome anybody's red pen and your comments, so nobody likes increasing it, nobody likes being taxed. Feel free to participate in the process. So I'm calling the question. All those in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? None. Motion carries. Okay. With that, we have to set our annual truth and taxation hearing, and that is what we hold. Proposal is for it to take place Monday, December 8th, discuss the tax plan for next year, and then the following week have a special council meeting to approve the final levy. We can adopt the levy on December 8th.
Yep.
So, looking to set a truth and taxation public hearing for Monday, December 8th at 6:30.
I will make the motion to do that.
Motion by Hersberg. Is there a second?
Second?
Second by Potter. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None. Motion carries. All right. Informational, before we go into a closed session here, we do have a proposed rate increase from XL Energy. Take a look at this. If you want to go, because they're asking for retroactive to January 1st of 2025. Thanks to the big, beautiful bill, electricity is going to get a lot more expensive. So feel free to go take a look at it and participate in those meetings. With that, that's the end of our public business. We do have a recommendation here to go into a closed session to discuss making an offer on real property, the property located at 114 James Street, parcel 7039027.0000. Then I'd entertain a motion to go into closed session pursuant to state statute 13D03 and 13D05, open meeting law that allows us to do so to make offers on real property.
So moved.
There's a motion by Thielen to go into closed session. Is there a second? Second by Hersberg. All in favor indicate by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? None? Motion carries. So we will close our business meeting here. Okay, I guess we're live again. Yep. Council met in closed session to discuss an offer on the real property there at 114 James Street. We did give some instructions on negotiation to the city administrator. I don't think we need a motion on that.
Oh.
So we'll task the city administrator to move forward with those conversations and report back to us. Any other business? Seeing none, we are adjourned. Thanks, everyone.